Hey guys, what's up? So it had been quite some time since my last hair tutorial, so I'm finally back with a new one. So let's get right into it. You're gonna need some water, some coconut oil. This is just some oil in an old spritzer bottle, styler, eco styler gel, bobby pins of course, a wide tooth comb, and a satin scarf. So as you can see, I'm starting this style on an old braid out. This is probably about 2 to 3 days old, and I'm gonna go ahead and part my hair, and this is actually in the form of a C. That's why you see me doing a really deep side part. So this is gonna be a side part in the form of a C, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right now once I go ahead and just run over that part again, because you really want to make sure that this is a really neat part for this look. So once you have your part and you're good to go, I am then going to go ahead and continue that part along the back, which is basically a mid part, and then I'm just going to grab the section that I'm not working on, and I'm going to twist that up and just pin it down so that we can start working on our free section. So once you've gone ahead and done that, I'm just going to go ahead and detangle my hair with my Widetooth comb. And I'm saving you guys, I'm sparing your lives here by not showing you the real time. I'm then going in with my water, of course. So you're going to spritz that whole entire section with some water to just really apply your first layer of moisture. And then you're just going to go ahead and work that moisture in, which is what I'm doing right here. Next up, I'm just grabbing some of that coconut oil, and this is actually homemade coconut oil that my mom made for me, so it's really good and it smells awesome. And I'm just working that right on top of the water that I had just spritzed. Next up, I'm grabbing my olive oil smooth and hold pudding, and I'm going to apply that to that entire section, and this is our final layer of moisture. And you don't have to use the same exact products that I'm using. You can use any product that works great for your hair. All our hair textures are completely different, so what one product works for one person may not work for the other. So yeah, and then I'm just going to re-detangle that section with my Widetooth comb, and we are going to start our flat twist. So I'm starting my flat twist from the very end of the part, and I'm basically starting from the very back of my head, and I'm using my part as a guide. So you're going to follow alongside the part that you just did, and you're going to start flat twisting. So as you see me doing here, I'm flat twisting from the very back of my head towards the front, and then I'm going to basically continue that part as close to the edge as possible so that I can grab all my baby hairs and just flat twist that bad boy all alongside the front, going to the back again. And you want to make sure that you gather all of your hair and you're smoothing your hair down along the way, and that's basically what I'm doing here. So once I'm done, I'm just grabbing a bobby pin because I don't want the flat twist to come undone, and I'm just going to bobby pin the ends of my hair to hold that in place. And now we're just going to repeat the same exact steps to the other section. So I am detangling with my Widetooth comb, just as I did with the first section. And you want to make sure that you detangle thoroughly because this is a flat twist, so you don't want any knots while you're flat twisting, because that can be like super annoying to get caught up with knots while you're trying to do a really smooth style as this one. You really want a smooth transition. Then you're going to go ahead and spritz that section with your first layer of moisture, which is water, of course, and we're going to work that in as I'm doing now. Next up, I'm just going to go ahead and apply some of my oil, which is some bomb coconut oil. If you guys have ever made homemade coconut oil, then you know that this stuff smells amazing. And then finally, we're going to apply that last layer of moisture, which is basically our styling cream. And I'm using my olive oil smooth and hold pudding that I love and that smells amazing. And then of course, we're going to go ahead and we're going to re-detangle that section by combing through with either a Widetooth comb, or if you're better off with a Denman brush, then go ahead and use a Denman brush. But you just want to really make sure that the section is detangled before you start your flat twist. And we begin our flat twist. And as I mentioned before, you really want to make sure that you're as close to the edge as possible in order to get a really neat and clean look when doing this halo, which is basically what I'm going to show you how to do once I'm done with this flat twist here. So this is basically what you're going to have left, which is 2 flat twists. And then once you're done with your 2 flat twists, you really want to make sure that you take care of those flyaways. So I get a lot of flyaways whenever I'm doing styles like this. So I'm just grabbing a little bit of gel and I'm going to go ahead and slip down any flyaways that I may see or any hairs that are sticking up, just to make this look as clean and as neat as possible before I begin the halo in itself. So once I'm done, I'm just grabbing one of the flat twists and I'm wrapping it around and laying it right on top of the first flat twist that we created. And you want to make sure that it wraps completely around, as you see me show you there. And then obviously I have long hair, so I have to like tuck the ends of my hair. And then I'm just going to grab a bobby pin and I'm going to start pinning alongside the first flat twist that we did. So you're basically just layering one flat twist on top of the other, and you're then gonna bobby pin that flat twist down because you want it to lay flat and you want it to be tucked in as neat as possible, as I said before. So once you're done tucking and bobby pinning as much as possible, that's what you're going to be left with, and you're going to do the same exact step to the other side. So you're just layering one flat twist on top of the other, and you want to make sure that they cross over in the back, and then you're just going to go ahead and bobby pin that flat twist as well. So once you see that your flat twists are in place and you're done bobby pinning, you can then go back in with a little bit of your gel, or you can even use an edge control and just lay down your edges, because you really want this to look neat, and I can't stress the word enough. You really want this look to look really just classic and put together. I think it's a great style, obviously for the fall or on lazy days when you don't really want to mess with your hair as much. So this is just a really cute protective style, and this is what you should be left with once you're done with your 2 flat twists and once you've bobby pinned them in place. So how else are we going to lay these edges down so that it can look great in the morning is by none other than our trusty satin scarf. So of course I need my satin scarf. I live for it. I love my satin scarves. I get mine at my local beauty supply. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie that down, and don't worry, I'm used to tying my scarves down really tight, so I will survive. And I'm just going to tie that down so that all those hairs are laid down in place and they look popping in the morning and our edges are laid. And I'm gonna go to bed. And you really want to let this just set overnight, or it could even set within the next 30 minutes. But So the next morning, of course, once our fabulous makeup is done and we're ready to go for the day, all you're gonna do is take the scarf off, and this is what you're left with. You're left with a really simple and easy look that you can rock all day and even all night for a night out. I think this is also a really cute and well put together look for a night out if you, like I said before, don't want to do much to your hair. But as you can see, all of our hairs have been laid down. It looks awesome. There's a lot of shine to it, so if you love shiny hair, then definitely go for products that are going to give you more shine. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.